Hello, hello.
Are you on OnlyFans right now?
Can anybody hear me?
This one? 30. Oh, clear. Oh, yeah. I like this one.
Patrick, can you hear me? Oh, you're having maybe some audio issues. Well, hello, everybody. Looks like we finally were able to get this match up on stream. This is gonna be a really fun match. We got two guys, younger players in the community, both with similar Fargos. Anthony ABISADO coming off a recent success of winning.
And I can hear you now. I just had to refresh. I
Cool.
forgot. I needed to refresh to.
Oh no, I lost you. I hear clicking.
All right. Sorry about that. I had too many windows open. I'm here now.
There we go. It was a nice
How you
shot there
doing,
by
Ron?
Anthony. How you doing, Patrick?
I'm doing well.
I was just
I'm just trying to get my WBCA fix since I'm out in Florida and I'm really far away.
Yeah, I heard. I noticed, or I remember you saying that. What are you doing out there?
I'm expanding EvoSports to the Florida market. So
Love
meeting
it.
with different pool hall owners and tournament directors, and that's a big market for us. So I'm down here while you guys are at the coast. I'm at the other
Awesome.
coast.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome. Love
Yeah.
to hear that. I was just
No, I-
informing everyone of the players and saying that Anthony ABISADO is coming off of a recent win, the Elite Scotch Doubles with him and Eric Solmakil, so he's probably feeling pretty good. And Alex, obviously, being the reigning Northwest Cup MVP, so just both really, really strong players here, and it should be a very exciting match.
Yeah, I like both these guys. I mean, what's not to like about Alex Brown, MVP of Northwest Cup, just a young, up and coming rising star out of Medford, Oregon. And I can't say enough great things about Anthony Abasado, Jay, as he is called. Really good guy. I think he out of the Eugene Springfield area, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he's in Portland.
Oh, is he in Portland? Okay.
He's up near me. Yeah.
Okay, I met him the first time in Eugene through Sheldon. So,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
he was probably just drove down there to get key work done. But yeah, really strong shooter. Jay is, and so Alex definitely has his work cut out for him. But it looks like a pretty tight match.
Oh,
Overran
that
the
was very misjudged.
yeah, but he ends up straight to the back corner.
Yeah. That's probably just nerves. Another something that people not everyone probably knows about Anthony J. ABISADO. Two things actually. So one, he just welcomed a new baby. So congrats to Anthony and his wife. And also,
Yeah.
Anthony has won platinum singles at the Coast twice.
Well, for the baby, especially, we got to give the applause. So, congratulations. Another Abasado in the world to dominate the pool scene.
Yeah, absolutely. This is he's obviously playing very well. I mean, they like obviously both good players, and we all know how it's just match to match and day to day for pool. But the success that he had in Scotch doubles, him and his partner were 25 points or so under the cap, which is not a lot. But when you're thinking about 1250, like you could have essentially had like two Alex and Jay could have played together basically, and so he obviously was playing really well, and he's had some pretty good victories even in the elite singles so far. So he's beat some strong players, as has Alex. But just seeing the score now 4-2 as we're just entering, and he's got a monster 10-ball break.
Did anything go?
Oh,
He
yeah.
did get one in.
Yes,
Okay.
he did. This is this looks pretty good, Patrick.
Yeah, I'd say. What are the two? No problem. 2 to 3. Three's available to either the corner or side, depending on how you get on the 2. Yeah, I don't see any problems here. The 7 goes in the side.
If I was a gambling man, I'd bet on him running this out.
Yeah, I would say that you're favored on that bet. I wouldn't take odds against it for sure.
Because the 7 goes on the side, the 9 goes on the side.
Yeah.
This is the only thing here, and obviously camera angles are a little bit deceiving at times, but this did get a little thin. He really didn't want to. He really wanted to make sure he didn't hook himself on that 3 ball, and so, I mean, he can make the 3 from almost anywhere. It's just trying not to be too cute and don't miss the 2 to sacrifice any sort of specific position.
He might just come back and forth to play the 3 up in the corner instead of okay, so he's going to just put it back there nice and easy, side pocket. It's going to get a little farther on the 4 than he probably wanted, but that's no problem. It's a 7-foot table.
I was going to say, yeah, so actually just recently Anthony sold. He had a 10-foot diamond table at home. And now he only has a 9-foot.
So he had a Bigfoot table?
He had a Bigfoot table for years, yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't even know there was a Bigfoot table in the Northwest. I know there's only a few of them that Diamond has made.
Yeah, he had one. He just recently sold it.
Wow. Wonder who got that. I've seen them before, and they're kind of strange because they have to like piece the rails together because it's a custom made table by Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
The 10-foot, and so you'll see like seams in it where you wouldn't expect in the rail.
Oh, okay. No, he got a little straight here, so just got to draw back. This is one of those shots like you just have to clear the side pocket. Perfect. I can't tell you how many times, myself or someone else's, you get like, somewhere in here.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to end up like all the way down the far rail when in fact it's much better to be way over there on the far rail than.
Exactly. You can't draw too far unless you scratch or something, right?
He's perfect. I think that I would probably just roll it in, stay near the long rail. That way you have natural shape to swing the cue ball 2 rails around from the 8 to the 9.
He looks like he's going to put a stop on it or draw.
I don't like that.
I kind of like your idea as well because the natural path for the 8 ball
really
seems very natural.
Yeah. Unless he's playing for the corner, but I doubt it.
No, I don't think he would play for the corner here. It's just too. Oh yeah, he's good.
Just was a lot harder that way, and you're you're like flirting with the 10 ball, and the other way was natural. You could never hook yourself. You're coming right through here. Worst case scenario, you shoot it in the corner. So
yeah, he had to the way he left it. He had to hit the ball a lot harder than he would have had to hit the ball, and and that can induce errors when you're hitting the ball harder. But he's a good enough player that it's no big deal.
And he's out, right? So at the end of the day, there's multiple ways to do this. Pool is a very difficult game. It's when I was actually talking when I was in Vegas this weekend with Morgan Joe, and one of the things we were talking about was like how creative pool is. It's unlike many other sports in how creative you can be and how many different ways there are to do like this, have the same outcome. It's really interesting.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to piss off some people out there, but when I first got introduced, I was already playing pool, and I got introduced to somebody for darts, and they got me signed up for a darts league, and I started playing darts, and then I got so bored so quickly. And sorry to all the dart players out there, because I know you're into it. That's cool. It's a good game, but the fact that it was the same thing every single time, and there was no creativity to it,
right?
It just bored me to death. So yeah, I love that about pool. It's always different every time you come to the table. Great break from Alex.
So Alex didn't make any of the 2 balls on the side, but he had one of the 4 balls down in the bottom 4 balls in the rack ended up getting over into the left-hand side pocket. This is another one where, I mean, he's just going to have to use some left check side English here to hold for the 2. The 3 goes in the bottom corner. The 4 leads easy to the 5, and then everything after that is just don't get out of line. I think we're gonna have a 5-3 match here in a second.
Right, I think so too. What's up, Lawrence? Just see you in the chat there. Welcome.
Ooh, this did just I know this this did actually get just a little bit funny because if he uses top left English to stay on the left side of the 4 for the 3, your angle's coming away from the 3 because you're trying to stay away from the 4,
Mhm.
which then leads you into traffic when you're shooting the 3. He is a little too straight, I think, to come like this route around. Sorry, I don't have my mouse on or
Yeah,
plugged in
I
right now,
kind of
but
agree. It's a little funny, sort of right in between. I think he's going to go a little bit of inside, hit it
oh,
hard.
he's looking to come way down here so that he eliminates all of those things that we were just talking about. His other option is he could have just drawn. If he doesn't go forward and he draws, he can kind of eliminate the 4 ball and get better in line with the 3, but it's still like a
Mm.
touchy shot. So I
Yeah,
don't mind him coming down
he's
for the
going
side.
inside here,
Oh no, this is not what he was trying to do. Wow, that came
but
out
it
smelling like
worked.
rose.
Wow, it worked. He came right in between
I
those.
really want to know what he was trying to do there. Was he trying to bump the 4? Maybe.
I don't think you would want to bump the 4 in that direction because your odds of getting stuck are pretty high. I don't think that that would be what he intended, but I can't imagine that he was trying to get through that gap.
That's the only reason I asked that, as I don't think you'd want to bump the 4 either, but what based on what the cue ball did, I don't know what else the intention would have been. But
Yeah,
regardless, just like Anthony, right? Like they did things a little bit differently than maybe they wanted or than we thought, but he's still okay.
yeah,
He can come one rail back down for the 4 in the corner. He can float forward for the 4 in the same side pocket. He's got so many options from here.
yeah. Honestly, on that shot, what I think happened is he was trying to use inside.
Oh
Oh no.
no.
I think on the previous shot, I think he was trying to use inside and the deflection kind of got him and he hit it
Hit
thinner
too
than he
thick.
wanted.
Oh yeah, too thin. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, too thin, and that's why it went through the window instead of coming to the other side of the 4, which I think is what he was trying to do. But at any rate, missing the 3, that's he was trying to avoid the scratch and
I
hold for the
think yeah, I
4.
think
There was
there
a
was a
lot of
little
things
bit of,
happening.
like, wouldn't you say it seemed like there might have been a little bit of, lack of intent there on that shot? Like, he shot that really fast. He was standing back on the ball for quite some time, like he was trying to decide what to do, and as soon as he got down, oh,
Oh,
that's a
wow.
very unnecessary foul. Might have gotten lucky
Unexpected.
to tie the 5 up. But Alex just seemed to, like, he was standing back on the shot for, like, a good minute and a half, and then I mean, I swear as soon as his bridge hand touched the felt, he shot it. It just seemed like he was maybe not quite sure exactly
Yeah,
how he wanted to play that, maybe like in between shots or something, but nonetheless,
you
he's got
could
ball in hand
you could
here.
be right. I think the error was induced more by the risk of scratch and trying to hold for the 4, and it was sort of like a deceleration in the stroke. I think because he was trying to get into a tight kind of pocket for the 4 ball. So that's my guess. But yeah, he might have. I didn't notice if he executed like quicker than normal. So it looks like the 5 does play. He's going to draw this back to center table.
Is he opening up the 5 right now by drawing back into
No,
the 6?
I think no. He's just going to draw back to center table because
Oh,
it
okay.
plays. It plays to the side.
Okay, well, that's yeah, he's good to go then.
Yeah, didn't really get the draw that I was expecting. I thought
Yeah,
that that was going to go to somewhere around this area or somewhere in that vicinity.
he'll be okay. I mean, it's just a stop shot. The 5 will be a little thinner than he would have liked, but he still should be a huge
Uh,
favorite to make it. It's natural with the 6 there.
yeah, that's that. Oh gosh, I forgot about the 4. Sorry, I'm not even paying attention. I didn't even see the 4 ball. I was thinking the 5 was his next ball. That's why I was talking
I
about it
still
like
would have
that.
liked to be where you said, to be honest, just to make sure that you can, like, get the right spot on the 5. He was
Yeah,
able to stun over that rail, so
yeah,
he's okay. But
yeah. He's in good
we
shape
understand
now.
you're jet lagged, Patrick. We get it. It's okay.
Yeah, well, I've been here for 6 days, so I don't think the jet lag is there. It's more just the grind of going nonstop. I've probably driven over 1,200 miles this last few days,
Oh wow.
but it's a lot of fun being out here. But I miss everybody at the coast, so that's why
Yeah,
this is my fix. I get to actually hang out with you guys for just a little bit each day if I want to, so that's kind of fun.
yeah. It's gonna be weird going down there and walking in and through and around the Evo booth and not ever seeing you. We'll miss you.
Yeah, but I've got a great team behind me that takes care of everything. So, um, yeah, it's all good. All right.
Should be looking at 5-3 here.
Yeah. Don't overcook it. He
Both of
overcooked it.
them.
He's going to have, yeah, he overcooked it. And now he's on the worst possible spot. Harder and he would have been fine. Softer and he would have been fine. This is awful.
I was gonna say he's kind of so I actually don't mind usually playing when you're below this and playing the 10 on the side and just like because you know you kind of have like a two-way, you get on near the short rail, but he's pretty steep for this. Like, oh, he's going for a back cut.
He's gonna back cut this thing.
This tangent line looks like it's going right for the scratch.
It's gonna hit right here. It's close. Look at that.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot from Alex.
Screen, I guess it was a little scary looking.
Yeah,
that was a great shot. You don't want to be shooting that down 5-2. I tell you that right now. You don't want to shoot that ever, but you definitely don't want to shoot down 5-2.
I know. We've all done it though.
Anthony's break coming. Oh my gosh, 6-2 and him breaking. That's scary. So that's a good shot right there by Alex.
Yeah, I mean, he just broken around his last one, and like you said, he's got a very strong 10-ball break. So the comeback is going to be hard no matter what, but especially difficult if he's on the hill 6-2. Yeah, clutch shot.
This is a match. I mean, that puts pressure on Anthony because his last shot was a shot where he could easily see part of the 3-ball and fouled, like hit the ball in front of it when he could see. You know, he's trying to be. I don't know if he lost focus or if he was just trying to be too cute, but there was no chance that he should have fouled there. And so, like, you just one mistake, a scratch on the break, a non-executed safety, a missed ball, and it's 4-5 with Alex breaking. So this is a very big rack right here, and Anthony has all the pressure, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. Look at this. Look at this.
Look at this layout. Like that's he got kicked in, but that's all. That's what I was saying is that's all it takes, and it usually almost always happens after a game where you made a mistake. It
does, doesn't it? It's like the pool gods want to just punish you severely for your mistakes. And you know, I always feel like I deserve it. You know what I mean? Like I deserve that.
Yeah, I mean,
like if I make a mistake and the guy should be out and he doesn't get out, I'm like, I don't deserve this. You know,
is that the 2-ball right there?
That's a 4. He's shooting on the 4.
Looking at it like it's this is the 5 over here. Okay, I thought that was the 3.
3 over here, isn't it?
I thought it was, but I think it's the 5.
No, okay, yeah, it is the 5. Thank you.
Because I was looking at like, man, what? That's not where I want to put this cue ball if I'm trying to get to the 3. But
yeah, okay.
You got a little
it
flat.
Looks a little more red. It's supposed to be orange, but okay, I got it.
Yeah, he got a little flat here, Patrick. I mean, obviously, he's going to be okay. He's used to playing on big tables. Like, he can take a longer shot, but you definitely want to get off the rail here and ideally be on, like, somewhere on this side of the 5-ball.
Okay,
wow, he had a little more angle than I thought.
Yeah.
But he's a little straight on this now. He can probably cheat, depending on how hard he wants to hit it. He can get anywhere from, like, here to
yeah, and
here.
That's fine. And those are fine. You know, that's a perfectly fine position.
Now that I drew that, I'll probably get 6 inches to the left of it because the angle will have fooled me again.
No, I think you're right. That's a very easy position, and it's very natural to, you know, complete the rack from there. Yeah, you got dead center in your circle.
And so here we go. This man, like I said, all it took was a scratch on the break. You know, not executing a safety or something, and you're looking at 4-5 with Alex break. And Alex is feeling momentum right now, and that's what I was trying to refer to. Is pool is very much, for all those out there, it is very much a momentum game. And like you said, it almost feels sometimes like the pool gods just want to punish you for any mistake. And Anthony made one was an unforced error, and the other was a forced error. So, but nonetheless, they're both errors, and I'm really curious to see what Alex's break is going to end up like. Because if you're Anthony and you're sitting there and Alex comes with a similar break to the one he had last time, it's going to make him start to really sweat.
Oh, interesting piece of news here. So this year, the Calcutta is paying 10% to the buyer of the highest under 625 finisher for the elite bracket.
Which is
the only two remaining players under 625 are Alex Brown and Anthony ABISADO.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought Alex and I were the same. Are they both like 624?
So this is Calcutta money. I'm not sure. I didn't look them up, but from what I understand, I was just told the final 2 players in the elite bracket that are under 625. So one of them will be eliminated after this match. So they are playing for some Calcutta money as well.
10% of all Calcutta money?
I don't. That's what I saw. Sorry about that. I had to.
Or probably 10%.
Yeah. Let's
I
see
feel like
here.
that'd be kind of a large amount of change to put towards someone who might not even
Calcutta's paying
finish in the
10%
money.
to the buyer of the highest under 625 Fargo finisher. That's
So
the
it's
information
$1,000,
that
right?
I got. And now Calcutta putt is 10,000 to 11,000
It's
approximately,
about
somewhere in there.
$1,000.
So this could be worth $1,000 if that information is correct. And Alex, with the clearing of that table after the scratch on the break, so Tony, so Anthony J only made one mistake previous rack with the ball in hand, and then the scratch on break, and Alex was able to clean up both racks and come right back into this thing. We were looking at a potential 6-2. Now it's 5-4 with Alex breaking and a chance to tie the score. This is interesting stuff here.
Wow. Yeah, this is
Exciting.
Like we didn't, or like we needed anything else to spice up this match.
Spicy. This is looking pretty good. And the cue ball does what it's supposed to and gets clearance from the 3. Look at that. The 2 ball, though, might need some nudging or some kind of help to open it up a little bit. I don't think it passes the 4 is my guess. I mean, the 7. I don't think it passes by the 7 to go to that top left corner, but we'll find out. He's going to look at it. I don't think it does, and that means
if it doesn't, though, the 2-6 combo is available. He can roll forward and play the safety, like thinning off the right side of this 2 and freezing underneath the 7. Like he might not break and run, but he is going to he is a very strong favorite to still win this rack from this position.
Yeah, he's a pretty smart player. He knows how to use the table to his advantage when stuff is challenging. But he might go for the breakout.
No, he's going to go for that must go by the 7.
It must go by.
Oh no,
he calls safe.
Shot. He's doing what I said. He's going to thin off the 2 and put him under the 7.
He's going to glance off of it and lock him to the back of the 7, just like you said, Dylan. That was a very good call right there. Nice and easy. I don't think he did not block off the 1 rail.
7. Yeah, he nudged a little bit.
And he knows it.
That's one of those shots, like and I'm sure as he's walking away, he thought about it. This is something I've been really obsessing over lately is like, it's like much like golf is thinking about where you can miss. Like if you're going to not execute the safety or the shot, like where should you miss? And it would have been better to hit that ball too thin and come back on the other side of the 7 too thick than too thin, because you were more likely to get like a full safety and ball in hand if you hit it too thick. If you hit it too thin, you're exposing the 1 rail like that. And so he's still okay, but it's just something that, like, I mean, Anthony could have potentially hooked him back on the 7 ball if he hit that kick a little bit better. And so that's just something I've been trying to think about lately. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised Alex didn't break the 2 ball out. He is a very aggressive player, and both of these players are. And he had a little angle. I really think he could have stun followed and like into that 2 ball, but it just goes to show how much he respects Anthony.
He could have, but he also could have gotten stuck somewhere behind.
That's what I mean. Is that if this is an A-side match,
breaking it out is an aggressive risk that he didn't need to take.
You're starting to sound a little choppy there, Patrick. Can you hear me? No.
Okay, what happened?
There
I
you
had
are.
to leave and come back. My internet is.
He back cut the 2 into the corner, the top right corner, and bounced off the 3 and scratched in the left-hand side pocket.
Ouch.
So now his only saving grace. So this is something to take note of when you're looking at a table like this. If you're the opponent, and especially if you're the person watching your opponent come to this table with ball in hand, the fact that the 5 ball is still on the table is Alex's saving grace. If the 5 ball was not on the table, Anthony could use the 4 to potentially try to get the 6 into a better spot. but because he's going to have to come from the other side of the table, it's going to be really tough to A, get good on the 6 to run out, and B, it's almost impossible to get anywhere to a breakout from the 5. So
yeah, but you have a window here. I mean, to get shape on the 6, you've got you've got this window. I would say sort of this wedge. That if you can get the cue ball in that wedge somewhere, you've got a decent shot at the 6. But then you've got to come back for the 7, right?
that's what I was going to say, is that
it's
the shot
challenging.
itself is not hard until you have to go up and down with the cue ball from that distance. So you're hitting it with speed. You're hitting it with probably a touch of inside to avoid the 10 ball. You got to worry about the bottom right-hand corner scratch. Like there's just
that's the other thing, is going
shot.
up and down. Going up and down with the 10 ball there makes it really challenging. So he's trying to get straight on the 5 so he can put a stop shot
to get to where you put
it. He's done good.
He's perfect.
So that he can get that angle on the 6. But the challenge now is from that angle, like you said, like we were talking about, is getting from that 6 back to the 7. With that 10 in the way, it makes it really challenging because you don't have the center of the table to go through.
How did Trevor do that circle yesterday? I thought this was it, but that did not work for me.
There is a little circle icon.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not where I wanted to put it, actually.
You have to start in the center, not in the top left corner. Start in the center of what you want to circle.
That's where he's going to try to be.
Yeah, there you go.
He got a little more draw. Can't believe he would do me like that. So, yeah, and he's definitely a favorite to make this shot. But if you hit center ball, you're probably coming into the 10 ball, which you don't want. If you use any outside, you're hitting the 7, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it's a little bit unpredictable. So you're probably playing this with a touch of right and trying to come up and down.
He's trying to bring the cue ball in this area here.
So he did what I was saying with outside, which I said was unpredictable, and now he's okay. But this isn't an easy shot either, because you could scratch off the 10 if you don't put stun, and he's definitely not out of the woods yet.
No, it's a lot of angle to draw because you'll end up underneath the 10 potentially. If you go forward and maybe you slow roll forward into the 10 and give yourself a long 8 and not scratch, like that could be there. But you're right, coming off that 10 it seems kind of risky for the scratch. I can't really tell. Obviously, when you're at the table, you can see that line a little bit better. But it's not to where it's so risky that you should bank the 7. I mean, you have to go for the high percentage pot, which is putting it in the bottom right corner, but you've got to just avoid the scratch.
So it depends on how froggy he's feeling, because he could potentially he could stun draw to this rail, back over the other rail, and back to the center of the table.
Me personally, I don't think that you can stun that. Maybe.
Oh, it's possible. See, that's what he's trying to do. He just did it
he went underneath the 10, which is what I was expecting him to do. Even with a lot of draw from that angle, I was expecting the cue ball to go under the 10.
Yeah, well, and he hit it thick, so had he made it, he actually would have went even more under the 10. I think that all comes down to tip placement and how well you stroke it, because I do feel that it was possible. Not easy by any stretch, but he has the stroke to do that shot. And not everybody does, but he's one of the few that can pull that off. But it's one of those shots where it's so hard to mentally even commit to that it's really hard to even pull off.
Big shot for Alex right here. Drills it.
So good. That shot is one of those really touchy shots too, because you have to be really, really, really understanding of your tip position, because that was not just a draw shot because he would have scratched. He had to do a stun draw to avoid the side pocket while hitting it at a speed to hold for the 8. That was much, much more difficult than he made it look, and probably one of the scarier shots that you sight down the barrel of the cue under this circumstances.
Man, that was smooth right there.
I like how he took his medicine.
Yep.
I probably would not have done that.
Gave himself the best opportunity. This is, getting the cue ball close to the rail, but not on the rail. So he's got a less of an angle on the 10. I mean, he's given himself the best odds on this 10 with that shot. It was great speed.
Oh, yep. 5-5.
And we're good. He's 5-5. Look at this. You are right. Now the pressure is really all on Jay because yeah, this is a comeback right here. He went from winning the
5-2.
last 3 racks. He had a potential. There was a potential for him to go down 6-2 earlier, and that that mistake by Jay in that rack where he accidentally fouled.
Yep.
Yeah, my internet at this hotel is really bad. So if
I
I'm
promise you sound
chopping
fine
up,
right now. Yep, you found.
okay,
I'll make sure to let you know, but you sound good now.
all right, cool. It just the screen is a little choppy, but it's my end.
So
Hotel internet. What are you gonna do?
and so just to kind of touch back on that last rack, like that's exactly what I was referring to when Alex scratched was like where the 5, if the 5 was not on the table, Anthony's probably a huge favorite to get out because with the 4 where it was, he could break into it, he can get closer to it. But because the 5 was on the opposite end of the table of that tough 6-7 layout, that is ultimately what made it so that he did not get out. That's really what it was. So that's why I said for Alex, that was his saving grace. And can Anthony stop the bleeding? He didn't quite get the layout he was hoping for. That's for sure.
Yeah, that 6. I'm not sure about that 6 now because I think it rested right on the point of the side pocket. So without like a rail compression, I don't know that 6 ball actually goes to the pocket. He's looking at it right now.
I think that, I mean, so obviously he's probably not even going to get an opportunity to try to get to that right from the 1 because I highly doubt he's going to take on this cut. However, he's kind of blocking where the 2 ball is right now, where he's standing in the 4. But if you look at the 2, 3, 4, he can attack the cluster using the 3 ball if he wanted to, because the 4 is near the pocket. So, I mean, if he got into a position with the 3 ball where he was able to get into it, like let's say if he was somewhere where the cue ball is now, or even like right here, he could go in, play the 3 into the bottom right corner and come up towards the 10. And as any contact with the 10-6 should help him, and the 4 is a duck. So look for that. And regardless if it's Anthony or Alex shooting, I would assume that's probably what they're going to try to do. But he also might try to cut the 1 and break into it now, which I think is very risky with where the 6 is. You could scratch off the 6. Oh, what a
He's going
shot.
for the bank, drills it like a boss. Look at that.
So here we go. He's about to have the opportunity. He's going to literally be exactly where I was just talking about. He's going to come back and forth with the cue ball. And if he plays with center ball, he'll end up probably somewhere like here.
What do you think about this, Dylan? Let me throw this out there.
Let me delete this.
What do you think about crashing into the 10-6? There's no scratch risk, right?
Right now?
Yes.
I don't like it as much because you're coming to the top side of it. Whereas like with right here, see, he got to literally, if I would have kept my circle there, he barely overran. So now he's not going to be able to do it. Well,
yeah, now we're going to see a
he might be able to still do it because it's such a thin cut. His cue ball is going to come like right here off this rail. Sorry, gosh, I forgot to unselect that. I apologize. That was bad. But he can still do it.
I get where you're going
right now.
He is inside. Yes, he is.
Oh, he didn't go for this. He needed center ball to break it out.
Yeah, I think that was an error. I think he was going for it. I think
I think he might have misjudged his tangent line because he hit right on the rail where I mentioned, and he was probably afraid of nudging the 4, but because of how thin the cut was, the cue ball would have come out on the correct tangent line to bump the 10. So I'm really, maybe the 6 goes. We're sitting here like trying to solve this problem, and it might even just go. But
that's true. You're right. Ooh. Oh no. Oh, look at this. We've got drama.
Well, he hopes the 6 doesn't go now. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, you're right. We are guessing if the 6 doesn't go or does go. We're just guessing, but yeah, I kind of feel like maybe it does now that the way that he's been playing this, it seems like he hasn't really been worried about breaking it out.
And it looks like there's definitely a gap for the 6 ball. You and I were just assuming there wasn't enough room between the 6 and the 10 to get to the 6, but maybe there is. He's going for the Cheska shot. Good hit.
Oh, did he call that?
No, he called the corner down by him. But he wants that to go in, actually, because if it dressed up, Alex would have been pretty good. Now, at least Anthony's going to get this back, probably.
Yeah. Well,
maybe not.
We're going to find out something. I mean, if it does play to the pocket and he has enough of the ball to make it, he still can't really get position on the 9 from there, right? I mean, I guess it depends how much gap there is, but
God, this is so suspenseful, not being able to like really truly see.
yeah, well, you just have to read the body language, and I think it goes based on the body language. It's just yeah, he's drawing. He's going to try to punch it in there, maybe compress the rail a little bit if he can to shove it in there.
No
Oh
way.
no! Ah, such a good effort from Alex to make that work. And man, does Jay dodge a bullet with that, getting stuck behind the 9 at that late part of the game and doesn't lose the rack. He's going to win this and go on the hill with the break. Huge swing right there. Excuse me. Can't get any better than that. All right. I'm going to play a quick commercial for the sponsors. We got to support the sponsors for the Western BCA. So we're going to play a quick commercial for Jay Flowers Cues. All right, looks like the players are back from their break. Jay ABISADO, Anthony ABISADO, and Alex Brown. Anthony on the hill, and it is his break. His last break was a scratch on break, which Alex ran out. His break before that was a break and run. So we'll see which one we're going to get on this one. As soon as the players are ready.
So this should be Alex's break, correct?
I think it's Anthony's break, isn't it?
No, I think Anthony breaks on the hill. Because we were talking about when I mentioned when it was 5-3 and Anthony made the mistake, I said if Alex gets out here, he will be having the potential to break to even it up.
Okay.
So
you are correct.
Should be Alex's break. So destiny is in his own hands right now. I mean, as of this moment, you can't ask for much more if you're Alex.
Right. You just you got to get it to Hill and see what happens.
And just sit and pray.
Yeah, if he's ever needed a good break, this is his last break of this match. Hopefully not his last break of this tournament.
Good break. Squatted the cue ball, got kicked around, avoided the scratch. He's going to be good on the one ball. This is a good break. It doesn't get a lot better than this.
Does the one play by the 6? I think I think it does.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
He's this shot is very particular. It's another one of those shots where he had, like when he had the 7 near the side, just very specific tip placement. Too much bottom and you come crashing into the 2 at the speed that you have to hit the 1. It's like a very specific stun shot right here. And if he gets on this too good, he's a huge favorite from there, I think. You just don't want to get too steep on this 2 ball because you don't want to cross your line with the 9 ball. See what I was talking about? Oof, he almost used too much bottom. That worked out really well, though.
Yep.
And so now, because of how steep he got on the 2, though, he's going to have to settle for a little bit more distance on the 3 ball, which is still okay, but just something to be...
Like, it almost would have been better if you had brushed the 2 a little bit right there.
Right, yeah.
Back. But I think he's okay.
Yeah, he's very okay. And I would imagine, I mean, your little line, if I had my mouse, he's probably got until like somewhere around here before he's like too far on the 3. Like sometimes you think you don't have much room. And something I've been trying to get the habit of lately is like going and checking, like, how far can I go, rather than just assuming you can't have much room. Like, how far can I go before I'm hooked? And honestly, a lot of times I've been relieved, like, oh wow, there's a lot more room than I thought.
Right. And just so you know, on the toolbar on your left side of your screen, just above the circle is a straight line tool.
Oh, okay. You guys are making it easy for us.
You don't need a mouse
anymore to draw straight users.
Yes.
Look at you guys just growing, evolving for all of us. We appreciate it.
We want the commentators to have as much fun as the players are having. Right?
Yeah, when I saw the circle that Trevor had, I was like, man, that's a really perfect circle. I was like, there must be some sort of new tool. And here it is.
Or either that or he's really good at drawing circles.
Yeah, I don't know, man. All right. Well, he got about as good as you can be. Maybe a little closer to the rail would have been nice. So you don't have to deal with the 9 ball. Perfect. Wow, that was a good touch. He uncovered himself from the 9 while still keeping angle to get to the 5. That was shot.
You're right. He wanted us to be on the correct side of the 4, but not on the incorrect side of the 9, and he got perfect. That was risky, though, to take on that. I mean, you got to be really comfortable with your draw stroke.
Well, that's why I said he would have rather have been on closer to the rail so that the draw would be taking him away from the 9. But yeah, he's really good right now. I mean, like I said, we should be looking at Hill. And remember, Anthony's won only 1 of the last 5 games. So he will be
but that one that he's won was a break and run, and it is his break at Hill.
So ideally, I'm gonna take advantage of this circle tool here again because I like it so much. I think he's gonna roll forward, and I think that he'd want to be probably just like barely roll forward, like he wants to be like right here. My circle might be slightly off, but he went all the way to the. I don't know if I like that. The further that he rolled, lessened the angle. And so he's now gonna have to come across his line going forward 2 rails if he wants to get somewhat close, because you don't really have quite enough angle to like stun draw out to stay on the correct line.
I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to stun follow, and I think he's going to get in this circle.
He's gonna go forward, right? He's got to go forward. Perfect circle though. He decided he's gonna outrun both of us. He's
I
still
like
okay,
it
but
is
I like
because
your
it would be
circle better.
easier than the 9, but I think that's probably what his target was.
Yeah, I think that adrenaline's high right now, so he probably overhit those last couple shots a little bit. And so now you're probably playing the 9 for the side, which means you got to use a little bit of inside English to check off this rail. Oh shoot, I keep forgetting to switch that. Yeah, just like that. That's what I was going to do, but I forgot to change the line. So
Beautiful.
here it is, center ball, maybe a little inside if you don't want to get too low on the 10, and hill and go sit in your seat and pray, or whatever you do, that Anthony ABISADO does not come with the breaks he's been coming with all weekend.
You gonna check this with inside, or are you gonna go around?
I would. Actually, no. I'd probably go around it. I'd use a little bit outside and go around, just because I prefer
I like
outside
that
English.
too.
And
Yeah, I like that too. It's just more natural.
the only
But
thing is,
he's
like, you can.
underhit it.
Yeah,
No, he's good.
I was gonna say the
Okay.
only problem with that shot is that for a substantial amount of distance, you're underneath the 10 ball. So if your speed is
and when
underhit,
you're going across your position line and not into your position line, which I don't particularly like as much either. Whereas the inside English might have been a little harder shot to execute, but you're coming right into the position line.
right? Like if you play it, if he would have played with inside and not trying to hold it and came across, he would have been coming across like this kind of line, which would have been perfect. And you're always above it. So even if your speed is weird and you leave yourself on like the 50-yard line, you're still above the ball. Yeah.
Yep. That's big. All right, here we go.
How much is Alex thinking about that scratch on that 10 ball?
I don't think he is. Honestly, I don't think he is, because the kind of player that Alex is, I think he has a short memory for stuff like that. He seems like just real cool-headed person.
Like, I don't agree. I'm not disagreeing. I just meant as of right now, it's not in his control is all I mean. So like, without that, he potentially could have already won by now. But now you're sitting hoping that.
Yeah, but I think he's mature enough of a player to realize that kind of thinking doesn't help, right? There's no advantage to thinking about that right now. And I think he's a mature enough player to recognize that. Personally, I think. I mean, a lot of us do think about that when it's hill, and we should have been out and we should have won. We think about those little mistakes that happen along the way that shouldn't have happened, and it just makes you frustrated.
Right.
You don't need to be frustrated. You're on a comeback. You've made it hill. All you need is an opportunity now.
There's the gentleman's fist bump before hill. I don't think Anthony made a ball.
I don't think he did either.
But I don't think he left a shot for Alex.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Oh man, if you're Anthony, it's like I'm pretty, as far as we've seen, because obviously the stream wasn't available right away. This was the only dry break, and it always happens hill.
It's usually, for me, it's the scratch on break that happins hill.
Oh yes, yeah. He's fortunate. I mean, it's hard to say he's fortunate with the dry break, but anywhere that Alex pushes to, he's gonna be in jail probably. So like, he almost has to try to like swerve this. He can't go off one rail, kick off this rail. No. So, and I don't think the swerve is there. This is no. If I were him, I think you have to push and tie up something.
If the swerve is there, I think you do take it on, because coming off of that ball, right at that, if you can hit the rail with spin, you're coming off that one ball, you can bring the cue ball back into down table area. So he's pushing out to play for that specific shot, I think. So he pushed out to. Well, he doesn't want to put it in a spot where Anthony can have a good advantage. But I think Anthony's going to see this if it's available. He will see that rail first shot on the 1, because it naturally will send the cue ball back down, almost maybe even behind the 10, all the way down table, right?
So the only way that I like what Alex just did, the only scenario in which I like it, is if the swerve is not available to make it, but he's playing for the rail first. You hit the one so thin that the cue ball travels like this for safe.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think it is.
Not if he can make it.
Yeah, if he can make it.
He dared him, and Anthony fell for the bait, and now he's in trouble.
He's not, though. He's got the window on the 2.
Yes, but the 3 now doesn't play. The cue ball's hard to hold for anything. Like, he is now in an unfavorable position. Anybody standing at this table right now, you don't want to be offensive.
It is unfavorable, but he's got options. He's got options. He doesn't have to pocket the 2. He can play safe.
I was going to say, I think you got to play safe. Send the two ball like that.
Yeah.
And leave the cue ball. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I mean, I think you've got lots of options because he has full access to the cue ball and pretty much full access to the two ball, right?
So the cue ball to be right here.
There's a lot of things you can do, whereas you're limited sometimes. Let's see what he's got.
He
He's
went
going to
for
pocket the ball.
Oh, man. He got really
go
good on this
3-9.
combo. He got really good on this combo. Ball in hand, almost.
Yeah, pretty much. But if it would have run further, he would have had the 3 in the side, which would have been better.
It was not a danger. I mean, I guess I don't want to say it wasn't a dangerous shot because he had to put a little bit of inside on that shot. And from that distance and that speed, he hit that so good.
Yeah, the line was perfect for the cue ball.
Everybody watching is like, oh man, I could have made that. And I assure you, Hill on the streaming table on the B side, that shot is very hard. That was hit very well.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, we're at the stage where any mistake is the end of your tournament.
He tried so hard to not lose the 3 ball. That's all he was thinking about.
Speaking of mistakes, yeah, you're right. Is that like a stroke deceleration, do you think?
No, if you notice where the 9 hit, he hit it too thick because the 3, if he hit the 3 thinner, the 3 would have been traveling this way more. Yeah. So he was trying to save the 3 ball for his next shot by throwing the 9, but it's really difficult when you hit a combo with throw because it does the opposite to the second ball.
Yeah. And he's going to draw and clip off the 4 a little bit.
That was Anthony's only hope. That was his only hope, is that he couldn't draw out of the 4 ball fully, because now I think it goes by the 7. And to be fair, if it goes by the 7, this is actually like kind of what you consider a free shot.
It's
because
not
if
bad.
you play it at the correct speed, you'll likely leave the 4 like behind the 7 if you miss, and your cue ball should be like somewhere down in this area here. So like, I don't want to say free, but you should feel pretty good about this if the 4 goes. Like you've got hope that even if you miss it.
Where you put that circle makes me think you're using a lot of inside English.
Outside, I would play for 2 rails.
Okay, you're going 2 rails. It looks like the 9 is in the way for that.
No, because of how thin the cut is, I think you should hit right by this first diamond.
Okay, and you're going 3 rail position to that spot,
just like that. See, he played exactly what I said. He did. He actually committed more to the defense. If you notice, he hit that pretty thick, and the speed of the cue ball tells me he was all defense there. But if you notice, so he hit it too thick, and he still missed the 9 ball. So had he gone for the pot, he would have missed the 9 ball even more. Like he had plenty of room to not miss the 9 ball.
Does Anthony have enough room to get that 4 with a lot of spin?
He does, but I think he's going to go 2 rails, because if you go 1 rail at it, you're going to hit it so thin, you're going to hit the 7, and the 4 is really not going to escape anywhere. If you go 2 rails behind it, you can really create some distance with the 4 ball. Just like that. Oh,
he went right around it. Wow. Good safety play by Alex. So now Alex is going to have to play a combo, I think.
He could play another safety, but you risk letting a 624 back to the table.
That's true. Well, this is an interesting decision. Do you go for the combo? It looks pretty straightforward, and if you hit it soft, the 4 should lay up, right? But if you don't hit it right, you could end up losing the 4 ball a little bit. You have the easy to lock up safe. It's very easy to lock that ball up to the back of the 7. However, you're letting Anthony, who's a very good player, come back to the table and potentially 2 rail kick something. And
yeah, I think you got to go for it here. The 9's close enough to the pocket that you should, even if you get straight on the 4, you'll be able to still cheat the pocket to get to the 5. So it's really little risk. You just have to make it.
Oh,
he's okay. He can come with right or left spin. This is his angle right here. You're gonna come right to this.
I'm telling you though, it's making my heart thump a little bit
here, and you're gonna have a back on 5.
He hit that too, thinner than he wanted, and that made the 4 ball travel a lot further. Just that extra inch, it does make that shot a bit harder.
My line's disappearing. Hurry up and shoot, Alex.
I think you're right. I think you're right on the line there.
No. Oh my goodness. So he hit it too hard. If you saw where I stopped my line, like just accept the back cut from the middle of the table because the left spin reverses off the second rail and starts to shorten up to that side pocket. Holy moly. So I don't know if you remember, but last October, 9-ball singles platinum, Alex got third place against Amon Sunar, and Hill, this very same nipple got him. Remember, he nipple hooked himself on the 9 Hill. The 9-ball was on this.
I think I commentated that match, but I don't remember the scenario.
The 9-ball was right here, and he nipple hooked himself right here, Hill. And now the very opposite nipple of the same long rail just helped him Hill in singles.
Well, you had a good memory, Dylan.
Photographic. Wow. It helps. But yeah, it's hard to forget that one though. I mean, that was so painful to watch. But I mean, I was rooting for both players. I like both players, but that's just, you don't want to see it end like that.
Yeah, I remember that now. You said that. It was a real heartbreaker. Yeah, he had a good shot.
The lessons were learned because he had no business being anywhere near that long rail. He could have made that 9 from anywhere center table. He tried to get, it was probably adrenaline pumping and he overhit it a little bit, but anyway.
I asked him, I think I remember asking him afterwards, and that's what he said. Yeah, it was kind of the adrenaline. He admitted
six.
Oh, he sure did. Golly.
I mean,
this is the worst spot, isn't it? Because
not the best.
I mean, it's got to be. That's really tough because
if you go forward to beat it, you're coming really near the 7, and then coming way across your line. If you stun draw off of this long rail here to accept the longer shot, that's probably the best option. But people don't usually like to settle like that, so I'm curious to see what he does. It looks like that's what he's doing up.
Yeah, it does look like that's what he's going for.
Yeah, just
very well done. Perfect. Yeah.
I think we're going to have Alex Brown moving on and accepting a little bit of Calcutta cash.
Well, we're not out yet. He's got to get this, and there could be problems here if he overruns. There's a potential for the 10-ball to come into play here.
That's what I was going to say. When you're shooting the shot, you'd want to use minimal outside spin and come in at this angle, and you don't need to get all the way down there. You don't want to use too much left to where you're coming behind the 10.
Yeah, 10 could come into play. 10 could come into play.
A little hard, but
that was my only concern is that 10 ball coming into play.
That's why I said you want to hit it with less spin than that. So he came this way, and I was saying come this way just to eliminate the 10 ball. But he's out.
Yeah,
$1,000. I wonder if he bought himself in the Calcutta.
Oh, well, I think he's a confident young man. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, or at least half of himself. So congratulations to Alex Brown moving on and eliminating J. Anthony ABISADO. Great job.
Down 5-2 in the match.
Well, that was fun. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate
you for having me. I appreciate it. I had a great time. You had good luck over there in Florida. Do what you do, and we'll see you when you see you.
I appreciate you commentating matches. It makes it more fun for the viewers and for the players to watch it back. So thank you very much for your volunteering work.
Of course. I love it.